Okay. See, as you had asked me a question, let me just go back. Yeah. So whenever you have a component, that component need to be associated with the text, its own text. Okay, some heading, some sidelines, or taglines, something like that. Then in that case, I use what is called as label. I use what is called as label. But when I write text, text is independent. You can attach that text to any particular component. So with whatever you want to attach, you can attach. But when you talk about a label, label is always associated with to what component you want to give the label. So that's why the second option is the object of the component to which you want to attach the particular heading. This is the heading. This is the heading, and to what object you want to attach, that you can give. And there is one more option in the label, comma. You can write post.left, post.right, post.top, post.bottom. Okay, where that label has to be there, where that tagline has to be there, even that is available as part of label. But what about text? Text is an independent entity. That text can be attached to any component. But when I come to the label part, label talks about a particular object with which that text has to appear. I hope I'm clear with the things. Varshini.
Ma'am, you told that label will be attached to that object, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Then why do we need to add it again to the scene? If it is attached, then why do we need to add it? That's what my question is now.
Okay. I have replaced add with add all, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has to be add only. I'm sorry. I will change that. I'm sorry. Okay. Whenever I load that particular image, that image is associated with the label. Okay, that will be loaded automatically. I need not add all. You are right, Varshini.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Uh, Maruti, have I answered your question? What is the difference between text and label? Maruti Nandan, where are you? Yes, thank you. Now, I hope this part is clear. Now what I want is, I'll just show you the output, then I'll come back. Okay, I'll show you the output, then I'll come back. Just have a look at this image. I want the output something like this. Okay, I have two images. First image is associated with its label, hourglass. Second image is associated with its label, analog clock. Then there is a text. Okay, initially the text is push a button, but on clicking hourglass, it will display me hourglass pushed. On clicking analog clock, it will display analog clock pushed. Okay, this is the kind of the output that I need. Now tell me, how should I go ahead? One by one, steps. How should I go ahead with the steps? Can
Ma'am,
anybody?
shall I?
Yeah,
We have to create the stage and we have to add the scene, ma'am. And
correct.
then we have to take the grid pane, ma'am.
Okay.
Then we have to take the two buttons. In that, we
Hmm.
have to add the two images.
Hmm.
And then we have to add this
Okay,
action, ma'am.
correct. Two actions you have to have. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am.
you are right.
After adding those two questions, we have to add these two buttons to the
Correct.
grid pane, ma'am. Then grid
Correct.
pane is added to the scene, ma'am, and scene is added to the stage, ma'am.
Correct. Then you will call the show.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you
And
are
then
right.
I'll call launch in the main
True,
method.
true. Okay, then we will go back. Okay, now we will go back. Accordingly, has it been done or not? See, either you can, guys, you can use flow pane, grid pane, whatever it is. Doesn't matter. Okay, even if I replace this with a pane, this will work. But when I take flow pane here, the size of the buttons have to be in such a way that first image that I'm adding, it is filling the overall row 1. It is filling the overall row 1. Then it has to go to the second row in the window, something like that. Okay. So whichever pane you want, you can place it. If you take grid pane, Ramya, you just unmute. Arey.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Shreya, tell me. I am in the class. You can call me after 15 minutes, please. Okay. Yeah, Ramya. If you take the
Yes,
grid pane, what is that you are doing explicitly?
we have
The
to add column and row
correct. How?
component.
The first button that you are taking, that you are adding to 0,
0,
comma
0.
0.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Second button that you are taking, you are adding to 1,
0,
sorry,
1.
0, comma 1.
Yes, ma'am.
And third, the text, the response, that has to be added to
0,
0,
2.
comma 2. Correct? You're
Yes,
getting
ma'am.
this. So this is how you have to analyze the output. Okay. If you are thorough with this, it becomes very simple for you. Now what I have done, I have created a response, and by default push a button will be there. But on pressing an image, which is a button actually, on pressing an image, this push a button will be replaced by hourglass pushed or analog clock pushed. Okay. So let us go ahead like this. I will create 2 buttons. And now just have a look at this. The way I have written, initially I had given the text that was displayed on the button as my parameter to the button. Now what I'm doing, along with that text that need to be displayed, I'm including the image wave. What is this image wave? Image wave is nothing but it can come. Have I written image? Just 1 minute. Have I written image? I'm so sorry. I have missed that image. Okay. I'm so sorry for it. I think there has to be 2 images that are created. That 2 images, whatever I have created, those things I'm passing here. Okay. Um, so what is that you're doing in this button? In the button constructor, you're passing what need to be displayed on the button. Along with that, what is the image that you want to display? And whenever you are displaying the image, the class used is image view class. If you use instead of image wave, if you write only image, can it display the content? It cannot display. It only loads the image. This is how image is different from image view. Okay, so in both the buttons, I have used image view class and called the name of the image that need to be loaded. Actually, it is create an image. Pardon me for this mistake. Create an image. That image, each image has an object, say hourglass object, analog clock object. Those objects you are passing over here in the image view class. Please do that modification. Okay. Now, just have a look at this. Uh, okay. Where the position of the text in the image has to be. It has to be on top or it has to be on the bottom. See, this I will comment. Not required. Don't get confused. Okay. Now what I will do, as explained by Ramya, with reference to each button, I will call setOnAction function, in which I will write anonymous class on event handler, which implements handle function. Okay, just have a look at this. I had created a label over here. I had created a label. That label I have used to set the text. So push a button gets replaced with hourglass pressed. Similarly, for the analog clock, I will set the text as analog clock pressed. Now, what is my next task? You have to add those things to the root node. What is that root node? Object of flow pane. So how I am doing? Root node dot get children dot add all of the first button, comma the second button, comma the response. It is same as the previous one. No change at all. Except for the change, the button. How the buttons were created previously? Buttons were created as normal buttons. Okay. How I had written button space alpha button equal to new button in bracket alpha in double quotes. But here this button is associated with first parameter, which is the text to be displayed on the button, and the image that has to be displayed on the button. Two parameters in the button when you want to make an image acting as a button. Then after these two are created, similar to the previous thing, no change at all, I have set text in the response. Now while adding, I will add the first button, comma the second button, comma the response. I hope there are no doubts. I hope there are no doubts. Please let me know. Okay, no one is commenting. I hope there are no doubts. Is there any doubt?
No, ma'am.
No, thank you. So if given such a similar kind of program, can you be able to write? Yes, of course. Okay, similar kind of programs will be asked to you. Yeah. Okay, this is the last example that I'll be showing to you. This is a special category of creating a notepad. Okay, a notepad kind of application. See, you can see, you have seen it hundreds of times. You can see that there are three menus available. Three menus. This overall demonstrate menus, it is the total overall menu. Okay, it is the title of the stage. In that, three menu bars are there. Okay, three menus are there. What are they? File, options, and help. Under file, you have to have four sub-menus. What is that? Open, close, save, and exit. I'll repeat. In the whole of the stage, there are three menu options. One is file, options, and help. Okay. Under file, you have four sub-menus. These are called as menu items. File is called menu, and open, close, save, exit are called as menu items. I'll repeat, file is a menu, open, close, save, and exit are the menu items. Okay. And when I select on save, it should display at the center of the screen, save selected. If I click on exit, exit selected. Okay. This is what is the output required. Now, when I go back, what I require? I require menu. I require menu item. Okay. And I require what is called as menu bar. Menu bar contains three things: file, options, help. And under this menu bar, there are three menus. One is file, second is options, third is help. Under the file menu, there are four menu items. I will repeat. There is one menu bar containing three menus. Which are they? File, options, and help. Under the first menu, file, I have four menu items. So if I analyze this, I have one menu bar containing three menus. Under that first menu contains four menu items. The words that I am using, those words are only used in program writing. Okay. When I go back to the program, rest all remains the same, no change at all. Setting the stage, setting the title. Okay. Now what I'm talking about is the border pane. Why I require border pane here? Because I want to specify explicitly that on the top part, I want to keep menu bar. At the center part, I want to keep the text. I'll repeat. On the top part of the stage, what is border pane doing? Border pane doing top, bottom, left, right, center, demarcation. Whenever there is proper demarcation like this, there is a usage of top part, there is a usage of bottom, there is a usage of center part. I have to use what is called as border pane. In the current output that is shown, you are using the top and the center. This is a clear indication that I have to use border pane. Okay. So under border pane, my menu bar will go and sit in the top. Okay. Center will occupy the kind of the text or the response that has to be displayed. Accordingly, let me just glance through the program. I have created a border pane without specifying any size, nothing. It is a non-parameterized constructor. Using this particular object, I'm passing that to the scene. This scene is of 300 by 300. Then I will add that scene to the stage. Remains the same, no change at all. No change at all. Now, the label. Where is label response? Okay, 1 minute. Now what I will do, I'll create an object label, because label I'm talking about placing what is clicked. I'm associating the text with the component. Whenever I'm associating text with the component, I will use label. Whenever I don't have any association, I use a text. Okay. Since on click of a particular menu item, it should display. There is an association between the text and the component. That's why I use a label here. Okay. Now, inside this whole of the scene, first thing that I'm creating is menu bar. This is what I spoke about initially also. I have a menu bar containing 3 menus. I have a menu bar containing 3 menus. Okay. Under that, the first menu contains 4 menu items. In the same manner, the program goes. First thing that I will do is I'll create the menu bar and create an object for that. Then create menus. How many menus? 3 menus. File. Second, third is help. Second, I don't remember. Okay. 3 menus you have to create. Under each menu, under the first menu, I have to create 4 menu items. Just have a look at this. First thing that I've done is I've created a menu bar object. I have to associate the menus with this menu bar object in the later stage. Now, I will create the first menu among the 3. What is that? File menu, and name it as file. Whatever the name that has to appear, that I have to give as parameter in double quotes. Once I have given that, under that file, I have to have menu items. How many items are there? 4 items. Just have a look at this. Menu item, I will name that object as open, close, save and exit. And what has to appear, that always has to come in the double quotes inside the menu item constructor. Okay, open, close, save and exit. Then once this menu is created, I have to add all those things. How? Again, since I have inside in the normal programming, I had written dot get children. Scene dot get children. Okay, we had written. But here what I need is, I need what is called as get items. Add all remains the same. There is something called as get items. This is always associated with the kind of the menu with which you want to attach. There I had called get children with reference to the scene. Here I am adding all these things to the menu. Okay. So with respect to that menu, I am calling get items dot add all. What is changing? The source to which I am adding, that is changing. There I was adding to the scene object. Here I am adding to the menu object. And instead of get children, I am calling this as get items dot add all. Okay. What is that you are adding? In the same manner, you have to add them. Okay. What is that? Open, comma, close, comma, save. Then new separator menu item exit. What is this separator? See, exit is different from open, close and save. Because when I hit on open, it should display me open. When I hit on close, it should display me close. When I hit on save, it should display me save. But for exit, I am trying to tell you are disposing the things. See, for now, you can skip this. Okay, there is no problem at all. You can skip this. Now, when I add all these things, this menu, whatever I have created, that has to be added to the menu bar. How I am doing this? Using this object. Initially, what I have done? I have added items to the menu. Now, this menu has to be added to the menu bar. How I will do? I will do menu bar object dot get menus dot add. What is that? Inside add, whatever this object is there, you can add that. Or else what you can do, as a whole, you can create different menus. Then you can use add all of file menu, comma help, comma so on. All those things together also can be added at the end. But when you are adding one at a time, use add function with reference to the object that you want to add to the menu bar. And when you are adding items to the menu, you will use get items. When you are adding menu to the menu bar, you have get menus. Okay. Now, similarly, I have the second, that is called as options menu. So I will give the heading as options. Under this, again, let me have the menu item. What is that menu item? Red, green, blue, all these colors are added to the menu. Okay. Now, next thing, get items, add to that, then add that to the menu bar. Okay. This goes on similar to the all the menus. Now, once all these things are done, I have to attach the label. How? By using the same event handler. What is that event handler? Here, see, rest all things you can just leave. Okay, these are not so important. One very important thing is how to create menu bar. Under that, how do you create menu? Under that, how do you create menu item? Menu item getting added to the menu. Menu getting added to the menu bar. This is what is more important. Okay. Now, once you have done that, you have to have a handler. Okay. Look at this platform.exit I talked about. Okay. This is how you have to close the window. So in this case, you are not displaying what is being taken care. Okay. Instead, the platform whole of the stage getting closed. So how? Again, event handler in between the pair of angular brackets, you are writing the action event, me handler equal to new handler of action event, and you are writing again the handle function in the anonymous class. Okay. Now you can see what you are displaying over here. What is that is selected? That particular name you are displaying. How? Menu item dot get target dot get text. What is the text that is associated over here? That is stored in this name. That name you are displaying. Along with that, it is concatenated with the string selected. So what it will display? When I go ahead, it will tell me this save whatever is displayed, that is extracted from the menu item. How I have extracted? I have extracted like this: menu item dot get target dot get text. Menu item, sorry, what is that I have written? I'm so sorry. Menu item dot get target, the whole of dot get text. What is that get target? On which whatever I have displayed. Menu item, the menu item for which the function has been called. That particular text, whatever is available, that is stored in the name that you are displaying. How? Response.setText. Now, see, you can go ahead with flow pane also. You can very well go ahead with the border pane also. Whatever pane you have taken, that is not a problem. Now, since I have taken 2 minutes, since I have taken border pane, just have a look at this line of text. The border panes object dot set top. The menu bar has to be on the top, and where my response has to be at the center. With reference to the object of border pane, I will call set center with reference to the response. Response has to appear at the center. Menu bar has to appear at the top. If something has to appear on the bottom, you will write root node dot set bottom. Okay. Then call the show. Rest all you can just skip. Okay. These are not so important. What is important is you are creating this kind of menu bar. Inside that menu bar, each menu having subparts. Okay, and each menu having subparts, these subparts are called menu items. And once you have selected on something, for that you have to have a event handling. That event handling is done like this. You have to extract the name that is given, menu item dot get target dot get text. It will save you the name that is given to that particular menu item, and using that name you are printing, and you are adding that to response. Response has to appear at the center of the screen. That's why you are writing root node dot set center. And menu bar has to appear at the top. That's why I'm calling root node dot set top. Any doubts here? Any doubts here? Any doubts?
No, ma'am. No
No.
doubts.
Okay. So we will end this class. On Monday, I'll be taking 8 o'clock class. Okay. Thank you.